Recap number one here in our black semifinals. It's Seattle Sloths and Atlanta Dazed. Let's get into it as Seattle with the opening time, but now Atlanta pushing in, getting the kills, and putting some pressure on the Seattle Sloths.
Yeah, Sloths do have that favorable side off the rip as well, but ooh, that little team nade right there might spell trouble for him, but Chernobyl going to be able to get a kill before he goes down there. So Sloths are going to regain a little bit of control here in this hill, but the main thing is the spawns. You don't want to give those up. You don't want to let P2 go away because that is an actual money hit.
It is Seattle currently getting those spawns. Big kills need to come in though, and it is going to be Keg starting this off. Gonna find some kills. Player number one, Slave, trying to push through. Does find one kill in the back, so this will make spawns a little bit wonky. We got another Seattle player pinching from the back, but the kills go the way of Atlanta at the perfect time. All these Seattle players are going to be spawning out front, but it looks like it's going to be Atlanta ready for it. And this is a great start here on P2 for Atlanta.
You can't ask for anything better here for a break on P2. They just get in and get all the kills. Now they're stacking plenty of time here, getting a sizable lead on this first rotation of hardpoints, but a great nade's going to open it up, but Muzzy with a bailout two-piece and Trim for one on the side, and that's just going to be an immediate shutdown for the Seattle Sloths. And kind of back to the drawing board here, and you've got Slice just making them have to think even harder. Right back to spawn you go. Dawn with a two-piece as well, and the Atlanta Dazed are heating up, getting into this P3.
Also, for you as well, and this is exactly the start you wanted if you were Atlanta. Of course, after the 3-0 they suffered to this team earlier in the season. Seattle, though, trying to respond. Going to get the kills here on rotation. So they are set up for the P3. What will the avenue of attack be for Atlanta? Looks like they're going to be pushing this blue side where they spawn. You got a player in mid, but just waiting to collaborate and push. Player number 3 in the back. Shrem is going to get a kill, and the kills are good from the front as well. Banishable going to get taken down, but the break is in for Atlanta. We'll see how they deal with this pressure, though, as a pinch coming in to the hill.
Yeah, those split spawns were just a little too quick there for Atlanta to read, and that's going to cost them some of this hill time here. And you got Banishable now going to try to just control the middle of this map here and try to shut down all these flanks, these pinches. And you really just want to keep Daze spawning on that side, but number 3 did spawn towards New over here, and he has a potential to do some damage, but Trim gets taken out. So now it is Seattle once again in the driver's seat here, and they're coming back on what was a pretty scary lead there for Atlanta Dazed.
Yeah, early at least, and it is going to be a couple players in the back here for Atlanta. Long enough for his teammates to spawn in the back, and that's going to be huge. Dawn with 2, and it's going to be spawns in the back for Atlanta. That is a huge play right there. But just like that, Seattle trying to get into the front, finding 2, but Muzzy responding of 2 of his own. Now 1v1 on time. Trem trying to find the kill, dancing around, the help coming in. Noble finds the kill on the Trem, and Banishable is there for the kill on Slice as well. Now it's going to be 3 in the feed for Seattle. They're going to break this time and spawn Atlanta Dazed out.
Noble with the happy feet to just stay alive there and give his team time to help him out, and it's paying dividends as they're just collecting all this time. Gonna see a lead change here. Seattle Sloths now staying in the driver's seat, but as I say it, a big two-piece coming through on the hill, and that's going to cause the Atlanta Dazed to get that last little bit of scrap time. But off the first set of rotations, we are basically even here, Team Beach. I mean, it's still anybody's ball game.
Good response, though, from Seattle. As we said, a little bit of a struggle early. Maybe the guns get a little bit hot, and now they're into this one. They do have this control of P1 as well. You're going to see all these nades and stuns coming in. Do they have the trophies? It looks like they don't. It's going to be Atlanta gunning into the hill and just finding all the kills right now. Keg finally responds. Looks like Slice is going to try to get some forward pressure here. So this is a good time here for Atlanta. It's, of course, a Pixie P1 as always, but getting second by second here. Slice also just getting a lot of big kills for his team. So just back and forth in this one, and again, the big focus is going to be on this rotation over to New.
Yeah, unfortunate team kill there at the end of that to maybe give the Sloths a little bit of time here in this P1. About 15 seconds left on it, but they're going to have to really think about just trying to hold these spawns once again. They trolled it the first time around, So they got a second chance here to maybe try to lock down P2 the way they want to. Chernobyl gonna get them started with a big 2-piece over on Statue's side. But you got to think that those players are getting through, and number one found a crazy gap. He did get spotted in the long run, but Slice almost found it, and he gets the kill anyway. He's just going to go rogue in the back. His teammate spawns on him, and that spells huge trouble for the Seattle Sloths. They now have to try and defend this hardpoint from multiple angles, and it is so mixy. Slice is just in their grill, just doing damage, distracting, and the Dazed do come out on top. Just like we saw before, they just break right in.
Yeah, crazy timing there, but also just crazy that Slice is able to stay up and then find the kill. There's going to be Seattle breaking right back in, though, of 3 of their own. Trem, the last one up, and he's going to try to run back to mid, but he dies. And now if you're Atlanta, you probably think about going new, as Seattle has a lot of pressure still over the So Seattle, again, I mean, it wasn't like the worst start ever, but it's been a really nice response. Despite the play there from Atlanta where you thought, okay, they might be able to break this and get into P2, it's going to be a 40-point lead for them going into the second rotation of P3. Atlanta on this first, though. Now if you're Seattle, you have to try to find a break. Hitting this from yellow side. Trem, though, with the first kill on the Banishable. Out near Statue. And it's going to be a slow break here if you're Seattle. Just trying to find that first pick. Muzzy, though, going to find the kill on the Noble Dawn, doing a good job of staying up. And does finally get taken down, but Slice on time now. Back and forth kill feed, but Atlanta does come out on top.
Atlanta just doing such a good job of just working your kills, working your angles there, and just one by one picking off the Sloths as they come in. And one by one seems to be the game call from the Sloths right now, just trying to find a way into this hard point, but they are just getting cut down at every attempt. And Muzzy with a 3-piece before he's taken out. A little bit of style here for that last little bit of scrap time, which should go to the Sloths here, but they got to start thinking about locking down that P4, and the Dazed do have the spawns there.
They did cut the deficit, though. 40 points going into that P3, got about 15 down, and they are set up for new as well. What a back and forth game we have right now. It's worth noting that Muzzy, after that crazy play, does have a Hellstorm that he can use potentially later in this map. Seattle again playing off the back foot. The lead change is in. What a first map we have on hand. On with Dazed still trying to find more. He does get taken down though, but right away the trades are in and Atlanta is maintaining, and Seattle doesn't have an answer right now.
No, they do not at all. It seems like the good play call is to send Banishable in there. That guy's good for one on some dirty stuff, but Trim is going to lock it down with a big 2-piece. Atlanta Dazed just doing such a good job of just taking fights where they know they can win around the hill. Banishable gets a big 2-piece. Chernobyl finds one as well, but they just can't even break into this at all. And as we get into another set of rotations here, the Sloths find themselves on the back foot. Another teammate in, and Muzzy is loose in the hill. Team shots come through, and now Muzzy's pushing out your spawn. And this is not where you want to be if you're the Sloths.
Muzzy sitting at 31 and 18, leading the charge, and it is all Atlanta right now. What is Seattle going to do to stop the bleeding? Chernobyl finding one on a Muzzy. Will be in time momentarily before Slice finds 2. Banishable finding 1, finding 2 of his own before he gets traded out. But this will allow his teammates to get back into play. It doesn't matter though. Dawn with 2 in the feed. Tag now trying to get on time. Trem gets to the back. It's going to be 216 here, 217 as the kills continuing to go the way of Atlanta, and Seattle just does not have an answer. Muzzy 33 and 19 now before getting taken down. It's going to be Atlanta for the new spawns as well, so Seattle, you got to find these kills quickly. You got to move forward. Noble, really the last one here, pushing over to P2, does have some map positioning, but you have to find these next set of kills if you are at Seattle, and it's not going their way. Atlanta getting in with 20 seconds to go.
Muzzy just finds a 2-piece off rotation, make it a 3. Now the rest of his team has to fight in the hill. Chernobyl is going to be the last man standing though. A little bit of time to give his team a chance. Maybe get in here, try to get something going, but Chernobyl has got to go big. He finds another kill. Banishable gets one as well, but it's Slice in for a huge 2-piece, looking to make it 3. The good movement from Slice. Team shots come through, and the Atlanta Dazed are scrapping and clawing, not giving the Sloths any bit of time here. They just can't get in. Muzzy and Dawn go huge 2-pieces everywhere, and the Atlanta Dazed are looking to end it here.
And they will do just that. Unless Seattle can get in, they do find the kills. Atlanta back on the time. Now Seattle get on the time with 2:49, and they actually get the break. And Atlanta is playing new. It's going to be a race over to new here. It's going to give Muzzy a chance to hit that 40 bomb as well. Chernobyl with the first kill on the slice. And this is not over yet. It's Chernobyl finding 2, but then Trem finding 2 of his own. And the 2-piece will win it for Atlanta. Looked like it could have gotten a little hairy there, but Atlanta puts a stop to that before it really gets started. Atlanta taking that number 1.
What a bang out on Colossus. We expected nothing else from these teams here in Platinum. This is the semifinals, folks. Nobody wants to go home, especially here on map 1. And
this one, as you said, Seattle on that second side, Keg with an early one on the and Trem responding as well before he gets taken down. So they're just flying at each other. Taking a page out of Colossus' book. Banish finding one more. He's gonna get taken down by Dawn. Now Dawn looking for more, but Keg gonna get taken. He's gonna take him down. Excuse me. Seattle with a big round 1.
That's what you need if you're Seattle. You just gotta get in there. You know, they think the play call didn't go exactly how they wanted to, but you just win the face smash and take the first round. So now got themselves in a good position here. We're going to see how the Dazed answer back on their attacking.
Yeah, just kind of, like I said, bang out there on that round number 1. Just keeping that pace high. But now, let's see how Atlanta responds on the attacking side. As they're going to take this bomb, going to 4-hit train side here. We'll see how Seattle plays this one. Chernobyl's going to get a lot of information here. He's going to see the whole team, but gets taken down. And that rotation coming in quickly for Seattle. Muzzy, though, going to take the time to plant the bomb, and this is going to be a hard break here for Seattle. Noble, though, finding a kill with the nade and the gun, making this a 3v2. This is very doable, also pushing the base. Now Banishable finding the kill. Now 1v3 for Trem. Does find 1, but he's on the other side of the map. That bomb also did not get down. I just realized what a play from Noble. 1v2 situation now for Trem, and this is not going to be easy. You see Seattle just playing together.
Yeah, it was like Chernobyl saw the entire team run out of train there, and you kind of wanted him to get at least one there before he went down, but Noble's going to bail him out, and now they find themselves on the good end of a 2v1 here. And I don't think they're going to read this pinch. Trem getting a great timing. Noble might be able to sniff it out. He does not, though. He's going to be able to isolate the gunfight. Woo! A little mixy. Trem now resetting. Both players trying to find each other. He did spot him squaring up, but doesn't find the kill. And the Sloths are going to take 2 rounds with the ice.
Man, Trem I thought had it, but Banishable with a big kill here. Oh my god. Just that one's tough. That one's tough. Seattle now going up 2-0, but I mean, yeah, what can you say about the play about Noble? He gets the kill on bomb. It doesn't get the, let the plant go down, gets the kill with the gun for 2, and then kind of baited that other player out for his teammate for that 3rd. So Noble, a big round there. 2-2 on the scoreboard, but that was a big play there in round number 2. Seattle now going to take the bomb over to the safe side, and it's going to just be a face smash over here at 10. Trem and Muzzy finding the kills. Trem finding a 3rd. Chernobyl finding the kill on the slice, but this is going to be a technical 1v4 bomb down as well, as it's just a bang out over there by 10.
Oh, man, I don't know if the Sloths have enough magic in the tank here, and they do not. The Dazed are going to find a pretty convincing round there. As, I mean, what a play call to just send 2 through the 10 window, and they just got the timing, and it works out. You find yourself a 3-piece, and I think if you're the Seattle Sloths, you're kind of wondering, like, how did that happen? Like, how did they get there so fast? It's kind of a, that's a checkout round.
Needed that, though, if you were Atlanta, to stay in the search and destroy, because I feel like Seattle, with the 2 rounds that they had, especially the way that round number 2 went down, if you win that round, you definitely have a lot of momentum going forward. But Atlanta puts a stop to that as they will look to maybe spread the map a little bit, maybe try to find some pitches over toward mid. Keg going to spot 1 player before he's going to be forced to kind of back up to this yellow truck. You got 2 players for Seattle pushed up to this pinch, and Tremon's going to read it, but he's going to find both players, get some shots in enough to back the players of Seattle up. We'll see what Atlanta looks to do. Seattle not really doing too much off of this. Gonna stay alive, and now looks like Atlanta, the play call is over toward A, but Seattle should be ready for this. Slice gonna find the first kill on the Banishable, though. Trem with the kill onto Noble. And just like that, the opening here for Atlanta. They're gonna try to get this bomb down quickly. Keg, though, finding the one kill on the Muzzy. Gonna back down Dawn as well, but that's a great kill right there, and Atlanta tie it up at 2.
A good play call from Atlanta. You know, Seattle's just stonewalling them all the way across the map, and once they finally got that opening kill onto Banishable, you could just see all those white arrows just immediately started flooding over towards 10 and trying to push out that bomb site, and just worked out for them. And Atlanta Dazed looking good again off 2 rounds in a row, and now I think we got us a little bit of a search and destroy here, Teach.
Trem, yeah, I mean, absolutely. And Trem flying out of the gate, sitting at 7-2 on a 4 streak as well. So we'll see if he can acquire a streak here coming up. Gonna try to hit a opening nade here, but gonna find nothing over there as Seattle pushing their efforts over toward B as well. Slice gonna get info on 1. Needs to be careful here. Does not want to give himself up for free, but Noble just that on the other side. Is Noble going to get down, get taken down, and a trade not in place? So now Atlanta with numbers.
And Chernobyl has found a great little pinch here. If he can get into all the way behind this bomb site, this could be devastating. But Slice on a pinch of his own, and he's snapping the trap a little bit earlier. Chernobyl is able to find Dawn on the other side. Daze has to look for him, and they find him. Daze looking good, with Slice going huge on the pinch there. That just allowed him to just collapse onto that team. And we got Trim 8-2 now. I believe he's still working on that cruise missile.
Yeah, I gotta say, between the first 2, or really map and a half here, Slice has gotten kills that I didn't think he should have, like 3 or 4 times. Like, I thought he was for sure kind of in a bad spot there, gonna get, you know, killed, but not only is he able to get the kill, he gets away with his life and then finds more. As you said, Trem's still working on that streak, and he is just points away. If he gets the bomb down here, which maybe he will... We'll see what this side of Atlanta can do. He will be able to get that shots going out, and it's going to be Keg with the first kill on the Dawn, but Muzzy with the immediate trade. 3v3 situation, but it is Atlanta kind of trapped over by this bomb site. Does Trem get spotted? Trem gonna get shot with a sniper from top barn. Banishable, though, he does get traded out, and it's actually gonna be 2 for Atlanta. This leaves Chernobyl in a 2v1. What is the timing gonna be like here? Bomb down as well. They know it. They're just gonna group up. Big spot here for Chernobyl. Does gonna find 1. Gonna try to get away with his life. It's gonna be player number 7 in Muzzy taking this bomb, and he is out. He's hightailing it to A. Or maybe not.
Oh, Muzzy with a great rewrap. Oh my god. And he ends up finding him. What a play from Muzzy there. Little search IQ. Hits him with a little fake out. Weird timing. And it's going to work out for him. And they're going to find another round. It's going to move it up to a 4-3 situation here now. Or a 4-2 situation.
Yeah.
And it's not looking good.
Yeah, 4 in a row here for Atlanta. And God, it's just been a couple of... times we've seen on the Codcaster where just timings have went down that have just been, God, if
insane.
It's a split-second difference, I mean, there's a whole different outcome. Seattle back on the offensive side. They need this one bad. I mean, they came out hot in the search and destroy, but the response here from Atlanta has been great, and I don't know, it just feels like they're playing for those opening picks. They don't have too much of a direction. Now going to try to hit the A site, but the pressure is here from Atlanta. The stun check is coming out. Banishable, though, not going to check his corner. Muzzy takes him down. Muzzy going to take 2 down, look for another one. Chernobyl finds that trade. 2v2 situation. Stun goes in. Bomb down here for Seattle. You just got to stay up if you're Chernobyl. 40 health. Going to do a little dance and get out of his life. But if you're Seattle, you got to find these kills or try to get over to that bomb, which is being protected.
I mean, it's actually so good for Seattle that Chernobyl was able to get away there with that fancy footwork. And now they only got 40 seconds on the clock. They don't have a lot of time. Shots do get launched in mid, so they know at least where Keg is, or somewhere similar. And now Keg's going to try to maybe push out this bomb site here. you might be able to find a decent timing, but you only got 25 seconds. The play's got to develop quick, and Slice with a big 1v1. Now Chernobyl snaps onto one, but not able to get onto Slice in time, who should have been still a little weak from that gunfight, but it doesn't matter. Atlanta Dazed going 5-2.
Slice, another big play. Finds a kill, of course, with the NPC against the AR there in that short doorway, but finding the trade as well. And now Atlanta, after ripping off 5 in a row, have a chance to go up 2-0 in this series. And I wouldn't call it an upset. Both of these teams are great, but they are the lower seed. Trem does have that Hellstorm to play with as well, so things are looking super, super good here for Atlanta. Looks like they're going to take this maybe kind of through mid, play for picks, and I think waiting to use this Hellstorm. You see Trem sitting in the back. Should be calling this in any minute, you would imagine, as not trying to give any lives away. They're just going to play here for information. Have not heard that come down yet, actually. But I mean, both teams stalemate right now. Both teams are trying to play for this info.
Yeah, you'd think that Atlanta Dazed would maybe try to get a little more positioning towards that B side, because you know you do have the Hellstorm. So, you know, if you could find a way to maybe get the bomb down, or at least force it to that more open part of the map, you could maybe get a pick here. But it's looking like we're going to opt to use the guns, square up like men, and it's going to be an absolute bang out here. Slice with a big opener. Chernobyl finds one, but Slice with a quick 2-piece. Now you got Noble and a rat spawn. Could go big, but doesn't find one. Now it's up to Vanishable in a 1v3, and he's going to be able to find the first one. He is so hurt, though.
Goes back to full HP.
Oh, they spotted him.
Gets spotted, and now they're just gonna mess with him, but he gets one kill.
Oh.
Looking for the second one. The pistol pulls it out. Now gonna get away with his life. I love this reposition here. If you're Banishable. Banishable getting spot as well, but gonna get taken down in Atlanta Dazed. Go up 2-0 in the series, 6 rounds in a row. The Banishable 1v3 does not come to fruition. And I gotta say, I did not see this series playing out this way. To this one, it is going to be Seattle Sloths looking to bounce back in this one and not starting off well, as 2 kills going the way of the Atlanta Dazed. Chernobyl, though, answering with 2 of his own. That device still sitting mid. Both teams vying for positioning here. Trem, I mean, again, Seattle gets a few kills, and Atlanta responds with a multi-kill.
Yeah, the bailout potential is huge for Atlanta Dazed. This team slaying is the sword that they live and die by, and Noble able to find a big 2-piece of his own now. Up in a favorable position here in the top window, but he does get taken down. Device now in the hand of Seattle Sloths, finally going to try to move it, but all the blockers get cut down. It's just Banishable. Going to find one with the pistol, but unable to really get anything big going. And now the Atlanta Dazed on the attack, trying to move that device forward. The trades fly out, and Dazed are going to come out on top of that. Some fancy pistol shots there from Trem on a 4 streak with device in hand, but that streak is immediately taken away.
And that's kind of unfortunate there for Trem. 2 players spawned basically on B. I don't think he was expecting that. Now Slice looking for kills of his own, but he's going to get teammated by Trem. Maybe able to get this through, though. Anyway, Dawn, goal line stop. Trem finding 2, though. He's going to be able to take this in. 1-0 Atlanta. Seattle just cannot stop this train that's coming down the tracks right now.
It's looking a little rough here for the Seattle Sloths. A little spread out. The relay trying to come through. They are able to sniff out Muzzy, though. It's a big 2-piece from Keg, and they've got forward players here, Tees. They might be able to get themselves a recap off of this, but Noble's got to go big. He's not able to get it done, and the overload carrier gets stopped, and the Atlanta Dazed is going to hold strong on defense, and now on the attacking side once again.
And stop me if you heard this before. Trem with a big 2 to stop that push, and now it's going to be Atlanta moving forward. Bomb does go down, but Slice finding one, looking for a second, and finding that kill as well. And this should be a score here for Atlanta. It is, my goodness. Slice with a big snap onto that second player, allowing for the score to happen, and Atlanta continues to roll.
And look at where they are on the map already. I mean, they know where the overload's gonna spawn. They're all over it, finding those kills. Banishable gets picking up, and now you've got 3 arrows. You do have number 3 for the Seattle Sloths, able to find a gap. He's gonna be able to go big. That's Keg. Finds a 2-piece to slow it down. Now the Sloths maybe have a chance here, but they got to get past Dawn.
Yeah, absolutely. And now it's just Atlanta trying to kind of get back into position here. They are finding the kills as well. Muzzy almost gets the kill on the Chernobyl, but now Atlanta, I like this play. They're going to take this, and they are sprinting over to that B side. Seattle do have to act here, and they're trying to go through mid. I mean, this device has already been moved up really through P3. You got one player trying to pinch the Chernobyl, going to get taken down. All going to be left on the one player, player number 3, as Noble and Keg, though, combine for the kills. They're going to try to race over to A. You got 2 players now that make it 3. All spawning over toward that side, though. Actually, all 4. And now it's going to be Atlanta going to be slow over to this rotation, trying to get back into this one. Banishable finding one. Chernobyl finding a second. Noble does get it through. Seattle back into this game.
Noble with a heads-up play there, able to squeak out a point for his team. They got to try to find Keg in the back line now. They do pick him up, but Chernobyl's going to find a kill, and now they're moving the device through mid once again. It's Seattle in control, but Slice with a big 2-piece. Gonna cancel the reload to try and make it a 3rd, but just too many members of the Sloths there. But he bought just enough time for all of Dazed to rewrap. They're over towards that B-Surf side now, and they're trying to just push this device through Teach, and it's Noble with a 2-piece to shut him down.
Gotta be careful here if you are Atlanta. They are finding these kills. Keg, though, responding with 2. Gonna be Muzzy sitting over here on the safe side. I mean, Seattle have numbers. They don't realize that, obviously. They're thinking that Atlanta's spawning a little bit closer. They're actually going to rewrap this over toward mid, and I think it's going to play into Atlanta's favor, although Keg does find the first kill. Banishable is trying to see what he can do through bottom lab, and now the kills are going the way of Seattle. Going to try to run this through. Team shots coming in. Can you get in? You do, Banishable. My goodness, not having the best map right now, but getting a crucial cap there. It's now 2-2 and only seconds left on the round. Noble with a big kill, looking for more. It is going to be Atlanta holding this device. It is Shrem, though. He should get taken down, and it is a 2-2 score going into halftime, but great response there from Seattle.
Yeah, they were just able to find some clutch goals when they needed them and keeping it really close. I mean, just I got to tip the map knowledge there to know that if I slide across this and run, you know, with my back to that back little dragon, whatever that is in the spawn over there, you know, that's tippy there to find a score for his team. And 2-2, I mean, it's as close as it can be here. Might as well be 0. And now on the backside of this, we're going to have to see a team find a way to maybe get some solid defense in, as we've just seen, you know, attacking sides just getting right to the end, and then, you know, you just find 2 pieces over and over, but nobody really able to just pin a team back and try to just run away with the game, you know?
Yeah, I mean, you look at the first couple seconds of the map here, is actually trying to make a run over toward A, going to get shut down. You'll look at the first couple, you know, seconds, minutes into this one, you're like, Atlanta's bad at overload, like they were smoking them, but Seattle comes back and doing their best. But I mean, as I say that, Atlanta literally walks that over to the B zone. Muzzy gonna get taken down there with a nice little turn on from Banishable. But after that nice comeback, not to start, Seattle won it. Chernobyl trying to push up the map. Cannot find the kills, though. Atlanta in position for this hit, and now we'll see what Seattle will.
I would have really liked for Chernobyl to find one there. So now you got Slice in your face. Good for a 2-piece always. And now Dawn is going to be the lead blocker here to maybe try and keep these guys out. So I make that Slice and Trim. And they're going to pick up the overload now. Atlanta Dazed on the attack towards Dojo. Trim finding the opening kill. The site is open now, and the Dazed are able to punch it in. Team kill comes through, but hey, you know, when you get those respawns over towards roof sides, might end up helping you in the long run.
Gotta find these kills, though. Banishable finding the kill on the Slice, and he's able to move him from the spawn, but cannot find the next. Noble gonna get taken down. Trem with the big 2 to stop that device on the goal line. And this is really red alert time right now. If you are Seattle, you got to find something very quick here. not able to find these kills. It's going to be Atlanta just playing for this reset, which now comes in. Noble finding a kill and Banishable as well. So now they have some pressure over to the side. They got to play for player number 6, though, which they do kill him as well. So now if you can take this device and run, you have forward pressure here. As player number 1 and Banish will move up the map, and they are going to be able to lock this one in. So a nice response there for Seattle.
Seattle staying in the game here. That is such a big goal for them to get. 3-4 now. You got 2:45 left on the clock. And now it's the Dazed going to try to be the first ones onto this overload here. Big shots going down. Slice trying to play his life. Noble is able to find him. So Seattle Sloths have control of mid-map, except for Trim, who is always good for a 2-piece. Yeah, not right now.
Yeah, I mean, Keg has something to say about that, sitting at 29 and 18. The only player positive for Seattle right now and really willing his team to try to win this one. Dawn trying to find these kills, and it's going to be Slice by himself, though. This would be a miraculous effort, and oh my god, he almost got it with the big kill with the pistol. Almost walked that right in, but is not able to. Now Keg just moving this away from the A zone. A scare there for Seattle. Slice again with 2. My god, this guy's a walking 2-piece. And off of that, it's going to be Atlanta Dazed knocking that one in. It is now 5-2. They have control of the spawns as well. This is not good for Seattle.
We really need to see some resurgence here from the Seattle Sloths, as this can get so mixy. Only a minute 30 or so left on the clock, and Don is walking towards a free score once again. Now the mountain getting a little tall for the Seattle Sloths. 6-3. Don not able to win that gunfight. The Sloths, they're up in the slaying, but there's not a single player even close to that overload right now. I mean, they're all just pushed out trying to find some map position. They have a chance to maybe get something done here, but Noble's got to go huge, and he just can't get it. Now the Seattle Sloths go back against the wall. It's up to Keg. He's got to go huge.
Yeah, and now you're getting to the territory where this is starting to become impossible. Is Trem gonna take this run as far away as he can, and if he's got something to say about it, he could have scored there. It does get taken down, but I mean, you have to score in tremendous fashion or your season is over. And I think for Seattle, their season is going to be over as Atlanta comes in and just rights their wrongs. They get swept in the regular season. That doesn't matter. They respond here in the playoffs. Coming into the semifinals, they're going to be moving on the chumps. They just got to close out these final seconds here. Keg going to find the kill, going to try to pick up this device. He's going to get taken down, and it's just keep away right now if you are Atlanta. Trying to just run this over to A. They actually might get a score here if they're not careful on Atlanta, but they get the kill. They get a second. It's another 2-piece for Atlanta as they take their victory lap as they move on in the Platinum Division. They're feeling it. They know it. Seattle, it's over. And that is a big 3-0 win there from Atlanta.
Atlanta Dazed going 3-0 when it matters here in the semifinals, on their way to championships, and they are going to be meeting the Dallas Flat Tires next week, baby. And I mean, just what a performance here from Trim. 38-25, leading the charge in the kill department for his team. But I think I know what you're going to say, Teej. That MVP has got to be Slice.